is based on the angle the prop is to the axis of the engine, right? So, in fine pitch, which this is, you've got maximum power, but you don't go forward very much. It's just like first gear on a car. As you're going along, you ease it up from there into second, into third, and finally, when you're airborne and going well, you'll be up right there into overdrive. Now, like overdrive on a car, you've got a lot of speed going forward, but if you suddenly want power as you climb, the revs would drop off very rapidly, so you would have to bring those back down to the middle range. And it's this combination of throttles and power of coming off the pitch is what the engineer is principally aware of, because that saves fuel. Alright? Okay, so that's what that looks like.
Back it off, Skipper.
Right, over here we've got oxygen supply, brake pressure, and so on, and a clock. But then we come to another set of controls. Now each of these, you'll notice, has got a different handle, and the reason is that in the dark the pilot does not have to look down. He knows instantly as he touches it which his hand is on. So that's your flaps, that is your bum doors, and that one there is the undercarriage, alright?
Put all three of them together like that.
Well, they're all there. And this is in fact a trim. Now there are three trims on the aircraft, but this is the principal one, the tail. Now on takeoff, you would go forward to something like +3 to 4 on the gauge, okay? Because you've got all the weight down the back end, and the tail's tended to drop, so the pilot's having to pull it up all the time. By trimming it out, it gets the load off the control column back in the neutral position and the aircraft flying happily. As you drop the bombs, you now transferred it completely, so you would have to go back rapidly to about -3 or something like that. Depends on the aircraft, the weather conditions and so on. Over the other side you've got two. One is for the rudder and one is for the aileron controls, just to keep the balance right. Okay? So that's basically it. Got the anti-icing there.
Would he also be trimming up the plane as the fuel load's going down, or is that fairly balanced on this?
Well, if he feels that it's necessary, it should not need an awful lot of trim that way, because the engineer is keeping an eye on his balance in his fuel tanks, and the CG is just about on the main spar, so you're fairly well balanced. But if it's necessary, and some of them I believe were called war-weary aircraft, frequently did have characteristics which were not as good as they should be, in which case they'd trim it out,
Or so.
You got two levers right there. Did I miss those?
No, you didn't miss it. One is a mixture control, and the other one, I don't really know what that one is for, I'll be honest with you. I can only fuse... because it's black, I would assume, and I am only assuming, that it's to do with letting heating systems come on.
Okay.
Right.